Hello and welcome to Pravus Gaming, back to Banished. I do hope that my voice sounds a little bit different to you today, primarily because I have a new audio setup today. New microphone, new everything. It's pretty nice, honestly, on my end. I'm certainly excited about it. I hope it sounds good to you. I guess this is the moment of truth to decide if that money I spent was actually worth the trouble. Hard to say. So, apparently we already solved our herbalist problems. As you can see, the herbs are starting to finally go down. That is primarily because we didn't have an herbalist before. See, I thought, and this was totally a mistake on my part, but I thought, if I had a lot of herbs in the market, then people would go and get the herbs that they need, and that would be sufficient. Apparently not. Did a little bit of research, and the people will get the herbs, but they need an herbalist to prepare that medicine that they will need. So, without having an herbalist working there, it actually wasn't doing its job. Kind of funny, now that you think about it, but, oh well. Whoops. Now that we have an herbalist, the herbs are just disappearing like crazy. We actually probably could use a second one, not only to prepare the medicine, but to start restocking, because these herbs are going to get used up pretty quick. Excuse me for just a second, I need to step away for a minute. Okay, partly that was me just testing the mute function on this microphone and seeing how well it worked, but also I needed to get my phone so I know how long the episode has been. Alright, so what are we going to do today? Well, let's see, we've already got a wonderful town hall, it is gorgeous. We've got a couple of stone houses that are being constructed at the moment, but not a whole lot else. Food is doing quite well. Now that we have our medicine situated, all we really need to do is make sure we get plenty of stone and iron. That seems most important to me. We probably don't need this many vendors. And I think we can go ahead and put some people as stonecutters. Let's go ahead and put 4 there and 2 miners. Yeah. Now, with a mine, you'll see you have a couple of options. You can get iron or coal. Iron is obvious. We already like iron. Iron is great. We've never had coal before, though. And as far as I'm aware, the only use that coal has is with the blacksmith. Where are you? There you are. You can make iron tools with just logs and iron, or add some coal, and now you got steel tools. And they just last longer, but obviously you need an extra resource to make them work, so, you know, it's the benefits, the cost benefit is pretty obvious. But for now, we just need iron and stone, so we're just going to go with that. Okay, let's go ahead and speed time up a little bit, because who likes to dilly-dally? Not me. I'm not much of a dilly-dallyer myself. Oh, gosh. Now, I really do hope I understand how this whole order system works, because... Oops, that's a boarding house. I hope that they're going to bring sheep next time. I hope I didn't just accidentally say never bring sheep. I hope. But we'll find out, I suppose, when Janny or Jeanette or whatever her name was comes by. Also, I dearly hope that she likes firewood, because that's all I'm offering to trade. So, I could really use some sheep, though. Some sheep would definitely be awesome. That would not go amiss. Now, we did say, well, at least I did say in the outro in the last video, if you listen to those things, that, I was thinking about doing a little experiment. I have no idea if this is going to work or not. But I was wondering, what happens if we put up a second trading post? You ever wondered that? You ever wondered what would happen if I just went crazy and put on 2 trading posts in this town? No? Never crossed your mind, huh? Well, that's okay. You're probably not the only one, but I'm definitely curious what would happen. What indeed would happen? So I'm thinking what I might try to do is remove at least some, if not all, of this stockpile area, and instead trying to put in a nice little second trading post. My question is, will that bring a second trader? I'd like to think it would. I don't know, though. So I'm going to put the stockpile right here. There we go. They removed that, so now I should be able to put in a second trading post like here. So let's go ahead and do that. And we still have, yep, the 2, okay, looks like the builders have finished with their houses. We've got Ramonte and Ashelin now living alone, and Cedrici, and Trude. Like Gertrude, but just Trude. Yeah, Trude the Prude. That's what they called her growing up. They were heartless kids. The way they teased poor Trude. Ugh. It's just, it makes your blood boil thinking about the way they treated Trude. Alright. Yes, we want to get some road system, I think, in from the mine. I'm just going to go ahead and do this. That's easiest, I think. Now, I also was wondering, can I build a tunnel? No, definitely cannot build a tunnel. Oh well, I was wondering if I could through that little hill, but a bridge obviously wouldn't make sense. Yeah, no. Okay. That's fine. I didn't think it would actually work, but I was curious. How does a tunnel even work, really? I don't even know. Huh. Well, oh well. The reserve of stone is low. Oh no! Guys, I need you all to be working harder. Wait, why do I have 5 farmers? Oh gosh, dang it. Alright, well I have not been paying attention at all, have I? Oh well, I'm gonna leave them because it's almost time for late spring. I would have put them to work in the stone mines, but I screwed that up, so oh well. Alright, it's early spring. We're going to go ahead and say stop working in the trees. Plant us some more cabbages and pumpkins. And we've already got 5 farmers ready to work on that, so that should be good. We got plenty of food. I'm honestly so not even slightly worried about food that I don't even feel like I need to have 4 fishermen. Quite frankly, I can put a couple more. Oh no, Cynthius the Forester has died. 3rd person to die in this town. What kind of grave did you get? No, 4th, I'm sorry. Jacqueline the Hunter also died. I didn't even pay attention to poor Jacqueline. Oh gosh. Well, 2 more graves added onto the stockpile. Oh, what a tragedy. What a horrible, horrible tragedy. I feel terrible. Edwig has become an adult and is now working as a laborer. Fantastic. You can replace Cynthius as a woodcutter. Let's get our stores back up since we apparently used a lot this winter. And Ramonte II has become a student. The reserve of iron is predictably rather low. No surprise there. I desperately need a lot more stone in order to make this trading post. So I'm going to go ahead and say take these 4 builders off, put them all in stone cutting so they can get a useful material. I'm also going to say that we want more tools. I'm just going to set this to 100. More tools and more clothes. There. Just to keep the blacksmith and the tailor busy, because, you know, by golly, we might as well. I could use some spare materials to work with and to trade with, just in case Janny or Jeanette or whoever does not appreciate firewood. Anine! No! Anine has died of old age in the stone mines. It was tragic. She fell, an old woman, or I assume this is a woman. Yes, it's a woman. An old woman, haggard and wrinkly, swinging her back out with all that force of trying to mine some stone out of the quarry, and finally it just gave out, and she died of old age right there in the mines. Tragic story. Absolutely tragic. But she did get a nice little blocky, kind of looks like a fallen over grave, but it's, yeah, a little grave right there. Right next to 2 of her best friends. Cynthius, and I don't remember who died and got the cross, because that was last episode, but it's there. So, okay. Cool. Well, slowly but surely, we are getting enough stone. It's happening. It's just taking its sweet time. We're getting a stash of herbs back, and the health of the population is going up. Hooray! It's working. Excellent. So let's go ahead and look at production. Now let's take a look at the herbs. So we've used 30 herbs so far this year. But we produced 40, so all in all, we're going to be fine. But that's good. So at least now we understand how that works, and the world will be better off for it, undoubtedly. So, okay. Well, now what do we do besides just sort of wait? I mean, we just need more stone, quite frankly. That's all we need. Just give me more stone. More stone. Ugh, the people of the stone workers, they're just slow. I mean, gosh, how hard is it to just, swing your back out and break rocks and pick up said rocks and put them, in a nice, orderly, blocky fashion in the stockpile? I don't know, but apparently it's hard. It's hard work, hard manual labor. I do believe that citizens actually can die in the quarry, like rocks will fall on them and they'll just die. That's rather sad, isn't it? Kind of morbid. Our crops are coming right along. Beautiful pumpkins, beautiful cabbages. We're almost at full yield. It'll be time to start harvesting the next round of crops pretty soon. Still waiting on this trading post, though, because I just don't have enough stone. Simply put, I just don't have enough. I don't think that upgrading the tools to steel makes them more effective or efficient. I think they just last longer before they need to be replaced. But I don't think it'll actually do me any good if I start getting coal and making steel tools. That won't speed things along. Let's go ahead and put Xavi in the stone quarry. Gather up as much as we can. Is there any supply nearby? There is actually a supply nearby that I can take advantage of. And that may not be a bad idea, frankly, just because it's taking a gosh darn long time. Alright, I'm going to take 5 of these guys off, and I'm going to say, go forth, gather up this stone, all of it, please. I cannot possibly have enough stone. The iron as well would be great. There we go. Just go forth and gather that. Okay. Ah, we now have enough resources. Excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of builders in. We also have a merchant. Who do we have? Pumpkin, wool coat, and bean seeds. She will take my firewood. Do I have any real use for beans? As tempting as that is, beans are really expensive. No, I'm going to have to dismiss that. It's a nice idea, but I have enough variety in my diet that I don't feel like I need to worry about it. So I'm going to go ahead and say no, and then that'll be that. Okay, we've got this harvested. Let's go ahead and set them to work in the orchards. Yeah? The farmers do their thing. Somehow I keep closing down that menu. Why do I do that? There we go. Okay, speed things along again. Alright, yeah. It'd be nice if you guys would finish harvesting your pumpkins, but somehow I don't think you're going to. So I'm going to say, stop working that. There we go. Okay, no more working the pumpkins. Just go forth and get all the chestnuts and all the other stuff you could possibly use. Almerson is now an adult. Who's Almerson? I don't even know. I don't think there's any way to really check. I kind of have to hunt around the houses and look, but... Hey, look! Cedrici and Trude and Ramonte and Ashlyn have both been very fruitful and had children. Amia, however, is living all alone at the age of 67. Soon she will die, and this house will be opened up to a new couple. We have Ramonte II is getting old enough pretty soon to go off and marry as well, so... Oh, Almerson, there you are. Okay, so we now know where Almerson is. Almerson could probably use a house of his own, don't you think? I think so. Let's go ahead and say we want another stone house. There we go. Put it right there. We apparently have too much food. I'm going to up the food limit a little bit more and make use of these chestnuts. Let's set it to 7,000. Do I have too much food? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, too much food is just resources that I can trade if I need to. And there are definitely worse things. So let's not work the plums anymore. Slow things down a little. We don't need this many farmers. So we're going to say, put 2 more builders to work. And the other 5 will just go forth and gather up all my resources. How are they doing with that, by the way? Pretty well, apparently. They got most of it. That's fine. We'll just gather up the last little bit there. And it's definitely so much faster just to gather resources off the top, but, you know, what am I going to do? I can't afford to do that everywhere, because eventually it runs out. Speaking of which, there's a little bit of iron that apparently escaped my grasp right there. I'll gather that as well. There we go. Okay. I'll leave the rest alone, just in case I need it for emergencies, you know? Maybe one day I just can't afford to wait for the stonecutters to finally do their job. And I desperately need them to hurry up. What do we need? I'm going to say 1 less herbalist and put you hunting. Eileen has now become an adult. Excellent. And the second trading post is operational. Boom! Is that going to bring 2 traders? I have no idea, but it will be interesting to find out. We're going to go ahead and extend the road a little bit. Boom. There we go. And... what do I want to put in here? Do I want to put a couple of houses in here? Do I want to leave it open and say a fishing dock? Do I want to put in a storage barn? I don't know. Let's take a look-see real quick. I just want to do a little planning in my head and see how this is going to work. So if I want to put in a fishing dock, say there, yeah. I don't need a lot of room, honestly. It's pretty good. Yeah, that would be easy enough. What if I did want to put in a storage barn there? It would fit. It would definitely fit. Well, we'll hold off on that for now, just because I don't need to waste a lot more resources, but it's an idea. I think what we're going to finally build, not because I desperately need it, but because it'll look cool, is a chapel. Yeah, a chapel. Seems awesome. It looks great. The town is expanding. It's one of the few buildings we haven't done yet. Let's go ahead and build the chapel. Again, though, it's going to take a lot of resources. Lots of stone, like, good lord, it's going to take a lot of stone. So, hopefully, we'll make good use of that. Let's go ahead and tell them to collect some more stone here. There we go. It's not a lot left. Plenty of iron, though. Plenty of iron. Okay. Which means we probably don't need as many miners. Very good, very good. It's early spring again. So, let's just take 5 farmers, and the chestnuts apparently survived the winter, shockingly enough. How did that even happen? I don't know, but gee whiz. Awesome. We're going to change the crops around. Pumpkins and cabbages. So we have a little bit more pumpkins than last time. There we go. And set them all to work. There we go. Now let's speed up time. 10 times speed. And watch our little busy bees do their job. You know? Because we love watching the little busy bees. I almost feel like we should play that song, you know, the Flight of the Bumblebee or whatever. I can't, I'm not very good at mimicking wind instruments, okay? Not at all. But, alright, so yeah, I think this is good enough to end this episode, but time will tell if my investment in a second trading post pays off. At the very least, it looks pretty cool having 2 cranes hanging over the lake. Kind of looks like we're a proper river society, don't you think? I think so. Thank you for watching part 11 of Banished. I know that the new audio setup is a little bit of a change, and I know that it picked up a little bit more noise than I intended, but if you appreciated this change and want me to keep tweaking with the sound, then please let me know in the comments section. This is helpful for when I make other videos and grow my channel. So the feedback is important. Thank you guys.